Welcome to the Digital Photography Cafe. I'm Trevor Current, your digital marketing guy.
And I'm Joseph Cristina, your professional photographer.
So grab a latte, pull up a chair, and join us as we chat about the art and business of photography.
All right, everyone, we're back this hour with a really great guy, WPPI show director and publisher of Rangefinder magazine, George Varanakis. Welcome to the show, George.
Good morning, guys. How are you?
Good.
If I start speaking 800 miles an hour, it's because I've had about 20 cups of coffee this morning. I think it's like 5 o'clock West Coast time, 5 a.m. West Coast time. So
I bet you got some jet lag going on?
A little jet lag and everything too. So
all right. For the listeners that might not know who you are and WPPI, which is probably be kind of odd, but go ahead and give us a little background about yourself and WPPI.
I have worked at WPPI for going on my 9th year in May. I oversee the show, all the speakers, everything, all the trade show, sponsorships, everything that has to do with WPPI, I oversee. I've been doing it in this role for the past, this will be my 4th year. I worked for WPPI for 9 years, but it was actually, Rangefinder was my first sales job coming out of college, which was pretty funny.
Wow.
I worked at an ad agency and decided to go more on the sales side and answered an ad in the back of Ad Week and met with Steve Sheenan, who was the owner, and Jerry Goldstein, who was the advertising director. And the next thing you know, I'm working for Rangefinder as a 25-year-old snot-nosed kid, like not knowing what to do. And somehow I worked there for a couple of years, left, and came back a few years later. So yeah, I've worked at Rangefinder almost my entire adult life, which is kind of scary.
Wow.
But it's been a really fun ride. I mean, WPPI, for people who don't know what it is, Wedding and Portrait Photographers International, we are a show that has quadrupled in size over the last probably 6 to 7 years. And I think that has a lot to do with some of the promotions and different things and marketing, the way we marketed the show, but I think it also has to do with just the unbelievable amount of photographers getting into the wedding and portrait industry, as you guys probably know.
Absolutely.
I mean, I've heard all kinds of stats, whether or not they're true or not, but the latest one I heard was there was over 100,000 photographers in the last 2 years that have gotten into wedding photography. So.
Wow.
And a lot of them go to WPPI, as you guys know.
So as I stand here, I'm seeing all of my competition coming by.
That's right.
Right.
So
exactly.
excellent. Real quick, as far as PhotoPlus Expo and WPPI, something really interesting and amazing just happened pretty recently is the merger between the two. How does that affect, the photographers in general?
That is a great question. It's kind of funny. A year ago today, we were bought by Nielsen. I will never forget that day. It's been a pretty easy transition because we knew all the people over on the PhotoPlus side and the PDN side, which was great, and we always got along. We did, over the years we've done joint parties with them and stuff, so there's always been a great relationship with PhotoPlus and PDN. As far as the photographer is concerned, we now have the ability to do things that we never did before, and we never had the manpower as a small mom and pop shop to expand our membership, which is what we're doing. And if you go to WPPI's website, you'll see all the different things that we're doing to expand membership, because we're combining with PhotoServe, and there's just a lot of different things that we're able to do. From the show standpoint, instead of having my cousin or my neighbor in registration helping you out, you now have an army of operations people. It gives it a little bit more professional feel, I feel like, and it also lets us do things. We can do things that we just never could do before. We just have more manpower, more bandwidth to put to things. So
basically
it's good.
Everything on a grander scale. It's just kind of plumped it up a lot.
Exactly. And that helps. It really does. I mean, you guys probably noticed it last year at the show. It was a more professional, clean show. It was the first show that we never had any major problems with. Registration went smooth. We had our pre-board system. There were some kinks there, but it worked out for the most part. And we had 16,000 people. We set records at that show. It was our biggest show ever. I can't even imagine what it would have been like if we didn't have Nielsen come in and kind of take over in that capacity. So it was. It's been a really easy transition so far. So it's good.
Excellent. Excellent. Well, speaking of last year's show, so February's coming, and the next WPPI is on its way.
It is. I swear, you blink and it's going to be here. It's just coming so fast. We have an amazing show lined up. Every year, at the end of the show, I sit there after I've taken about a 18-hour nap. I sit there and go, okay, how are we going to make this show better? How can we make it bigger? How can we make it more fun? How can we make it better for the photographer? We're going to be, no one knows this yet. This is the first time I'm announcing it, but we're...
breaking news.
Breaking news.
That's right.
We are doing Photographers Ignite, which usually closes the show. We're going to open the show at the WPPI Welcome Party Sunday night. And
nice.
For those of you that don't know what Ignite is, 20 speakers, each one gets 5 minutes. It's very quick. It's really fun. I mean, the information that you get out of it, it's a high energy type of program that we put on. It's really fun. We'll have food, drink, everything ready to go after that. And we've got a couple surprises too, but I'll let you see them once you get there. And then we've got the parties on Monday night from Sony, and then Tuesday night will be Canon. Wednesday is the Nikon Awards night, which is it's just a great event. It's kind of like the Oscars for photographers. So it's a great event. We have a red carpet and step and repeat board, and then we've got all the great awards that we do, from wedding, portrait, commercial, album. We have it all, and it's just a really, really fun night.
I'm sure you're going to have all your seminars and workshops as normal, as well as
Of course, we've actually even increased the number of seminars because there were so many people that have been coming to WPPI. We want to increase the number of speakers so everybody had a chance to see someone that they wanted. We've got, from Jerry Giona's Jasmine Star, that, standing room only, and there's crowds,
right.
And then we have a lot of new photographers as well. Jeremy Cowart, which will be speaking at WPPI for the first time, and he's a big name, and I think he'll be great. Tab McFarland, who on Twitter, I went on and said, who's the one photographer you want to see next year at WPPI? And there was a huge, she has a huge following, and I think I must have had 50 to 60 people tweet me back, Tab McFarland, which was unbelievable. So she'll be speaking, which is great. And we still have the same, the Bambi Cantrells, Doug Gordon. They're the best teachers in the industry, bar none.
And the wonderful keynotes.
Keynotes. Yeah, we really have just great speakers. So we're excited. And the good news is registration opened yesterday. So
all right.
Yeah,
we better get on
more
it, Trev.
breaking news.
Yeah.
This is all kinds of great stuff.
Wow, this is great stuff.
Yeah.
And it's at the MGM Grand again.
It is at the MGM Grand. The trade show is February 20th through the 22nd. You can find more information on www.wppionline.com. You can get registration info, party info, event info, plus and masterclass info, anything that you need there. And also membership info for WPPI. So
great.
Excellent.
Very good.
Well, listen, we would like to both of us congratulate you on a wonderful show, and of course we look forward to 2012. It's going to be amazing.
It is going to be an amazing show, and I want to thank you guys for being such huge supporters. I love what you guys do. It really is amazing.
We really, really appreciate it. Thanks so much for being on the show.
All right, guys.
Thanks.
And the breaking news, of course.
Breaking news, yeah. Anytime you need breaking news, I'll come on.
You heard it here first.
That's right.
All right, thanks, guys.